Hey, what's up, Aaronette? I'm here tonight with the Russian White.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
So I gotta ask, where'd your band name, like, how'd you come up with that?
It's a reference to Siberia,
Okay.
just like the desolate, snow-covered landscapes.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
The vast emptiness and void.
Yeah, we have a tree in our logo, and that's where that came from.
Okay.
It was actually like we had an old band like back in the day. I don't know, probably like 14, 15 years ago, and that was one of the possible names, and we ended up never using it. So like when I started this project in 2011, I decided to use this name for it.
All right. And I saw, like in your bio, it says you are inspired a lot by horror movie soundtrack type stuff. So, what are some of your favorite horror flicks?
I love, I love like old '80s cheesy horror. So I just got done watching like all the Elm Street movies again this week. I'm like, yay, Halloween! I get to watch all the stupid horror movies that everyone hates, but I love. So Elm Street are definitely up there just for like nostalgia, because I was a kid when those came out. So it scared the crap out of me when I was watching it as a kid. Now I'm like, yo, this shit is like, it's hokey, but I love it. Like, it just reminds me of childhood. So they definitely hold a spot in my heart.
I was a big fan of like all the John Carpenter stuff, like Halloween, Escape from New York, Blade Runner,
Escape from LA,
stuff like that. Yeah, for like 80s stuff anyway. But I mean, I've always kind of just been into movies in general. But I'm actually in the process of developing and filming a horror movie that we're actually doing the soundtrack work on.
Oh, cool.
So next year we're hopefully going to be filming a horror movie called The Field. And we just shot the trailer back in August. So we're getting ready to release the trailer.
Awesome. Is there anything you can tell me about the movie, or is it all now?
It's kind of like a throwback to like old school, like just slasher movies. It's got like a little bit more of a serious tone. It's kind of shot like like a modern style, like A24 movies or like Neon, like the studios, and it's got like a good look to it. And,
I got original Friday the 13th vibe from it.
Yeah, a little bit of that too.
Original number one, not like 2, 3, 4, 5. Only number one.
Little Texas Chainsaw influence. But I've been telling everybody it's kind of like if Stand By Me meets like Mandy with like Nicolas Cage, like directed by the Coen brothers.
Nice. That sounds cool. So, how'd your sound come to be what it is? Because it's very different than a lot of the other stuff out there.
I don't know.
So our background music-wise, my background, since it goes back a little further, is I've been playing piano since I was like 5 years old. Competitions, did state stuff, national stuff. Never did anything with it though. I just learned how to play piano really good, but very well classically. Jump forward a bit, or in metal bands. He's in a metal band. I'm in a metal band. And I'm in there. I'm like, man, I would really like to start adding like just some unheard of type stuff in heavier music. Getting some classical stuff, and not like rock opera stuff, but like weird dissonant, off-key harmonies. Met him. He's like, yo, I dig the same kind of shit. So instead of like trying to get our bands to do that, he's like, hey, I've been working on this. That kind of sounds like what you might be wanting to do. And we got together. And so for me, it's just, coming from metal, I wanted to hear stuff a little more rooted in classic stuff that, creepier, like nocturnes, things from like Chopin and stuff like that.
Yeah, and like, I mean, because I was always into movies. I was always into like very cinematic kind of sounds. and just experimenting with like a lot of like atmospheres and soundscapes. And then I bought a drum machine, I bought a synth, and I just started throwing stuff against the wall. And I don't know, it's a good and bad problem to have. Just because like typically in our scene you have like a lot of traditional like industrial sounding acts. Right. Your front two, Skinny Puppy, things like that. And then you have like your your other end of like the post-punk sound of like Depeche Mode, New Order kind of sounds. And we didn't really take a lot of that. Like we took a little bit, but I always tell people it's kind of like a blend of like Witch House, synth wave, some post-punk elements, because I still like Depeche Mode and things like that. But I don't know, we just kind of do our own thing. Like we don't get too caught up in like the trends. Styles. Yeah, and like right. And like we have a lot of friends that play that music, and we all get along, we all play shows together. But it seems like recently, I'd say probably like the last 5 or 6 years, like people have really started embracing like what we do, just because it is different. It is kind of stands on its own, and it's kind of hard to put us in a nice little neat box.
So your new album Funeral Art came out just a couple days ago.
Yep.
So first off, I want to ask, where did this, like, how did this cover art come to be what it is?
All right. So to give you like a little bit of background, like on the album art. So there's like a lot of like underlying imagery. A big theme with the album is people want something to believe in. And then with our logo, like our logo's always had like evergreen trees, and evergreen trees are kind of hard to kill,
right?
And we've dealt with a lot of tragic events, a lot of loss, and I tell you, I know you don't know me and Mike very well, but we're very resilient. Like we're hard to kill, so like the evergreen tree kind of plays into like some of that imagery.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
Had some heavy stuff behind it.
Yeah. Yeah, like the past like 2.5 years, I know just myself, I lost a bunch of close friends, a lot of family members and coworkers, and just very weird, unexpected kind of things. And that's kind of like what we kind of dedicated the album to, is like, we're still doing this, kind of like in their memory. Like we're able to go out and still do these things and play this music. And, there's a lot of times, like I wish they would still be here to, to see that.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see Jesse again, just to hear him tell us we suck.
But yeah, like my best friend from high school, he's the one I started this project with. And,
cool dude.
I started writing like the very early demos with him. And, fast forward, I think it was just 2 years ago. He unexpectedly just passed away. They're not really sure like what happened, but it's just, you gotta live it up. It's like you gotta live every day because nothing's guaranteed. And like, I mean, he would have been stoked on seeing the tours and seeing like how the album's doing, and things like that. And because he always wanted to like go on like bigger tours and stuff. And it's wild how life works sometimes.
Yep. All right, so what about the title of the album, Funeral Art? Where'd that come from?
What I was just saying.
Yeah.
I did have a little bit of inspiration. There was an old like kind of like mathcore band, Fear Before the March of Flames, which me and Mike were really into back in the day. And they had this great album that was called Art Damage.
Hell yeah.
And that was a very inspiring thing for me, because it was like an album that didn't have like any compromises. It was just very like bold, intense, like in your face, emotional, and so I don't know. I played around with a bunch of words, and eventually that kind of stuck. And given the circumstances, with everything the past couple of years, it just felt like a proper title.
What's the song? I don't know if I sang it. Tella, T-E-L-A-H. What's that about?
Oh, Tella.
So Tella's so a lot of the songs on the album are very loosely based around like Heaven's Gate and cults and stuff. And how people want something to believe in. But yeah, so that song is short for I think it was like the evolutionary level above human. So we just did Tella for short.
Okay.
That's a nice title.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell does that stand for? I was confused about that, so that's why I had to ask. What about the song Stalker? That one, I felt like it just felt kind of different, and I'm just wondering what the story behind that is.
So Stalker, we actually did as part of the Electronic Saviors compilation.
Okay.
That was out on Distortion Productions. That Jim does pretty much like every other year. And so that was our song that we submitted on the label. And that was before we were signed to Distortion. So we had it out exclusively like on the compilation. And then like last year, Jim signed us to a record deal. So then, we were talking about like, fun little things we could do. So we decided to throw it on there as like a bonus track.
Okay.
Just because it's one of like the fan favorite kind of songs. And so we just, we put it out there on the bonus track. But if you get like the vinyl, it's not on the vinyl. We kept the vinyl like pretty much just for like the funeral art tracks.
All right. And you're on tour right now. I'll pop up the poster for that. If you want to talk about any of the shows you've already done on this tour, or just talk about what's coming up.
I guess the real leg of it starts in 2 days.
Yeah.
In Rochester on Thursday.
Yeah, we'll be playing with Comrades, who's a really cool act from New York. Cool. I don't know if you're familiar. He kind of does this whole synth punk thing, and he's just a great dude. He does like a lot of booking for us, and he does like all our light programming. Just super talented guy. Like, and I think we went on tour with him.
Oh my God!
Was it 5 years ago?
Oh man, like 2 years ago.
No, the first time we went on.
Oh, the first time, yeah. Yeah, the first time was a while ago. Oh my God. Dude, he was like a little kid to me back then. So he was just like so young and full of energy. Now he's old and full of energy.
Nah, but me and him always like really clicked, and we always had good times on tour. And I mean, he takes music very seriously, but he also has a ton of fun with it. And that's kind of like the same way with us. Like, we joke around a lot. We play around a lot. But at the end of the day, like, we have a good time with it, but we take it kind of serious too. So we have that good balance.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we're pretty excited about the tour. We went on a huge tour last year. It was like, I don't know what, 5 weeks, 7 weeks, something like that.
6.
But
6 weeks.
We did the whole West Coast, down south, East Coast. And we were out with Ayatoya, Comrades out west. And then we got back east. We were with Solemn Shapes, Silver Walks, and Same Story.
Nice.
So
you've obviously toured quite a bit. What would you say is your favorite snack when you're on the road?
Tacos.
Tacos. I really like Nutter Butters. I don't know if you've seen the TikTok, but the Nutter Butter TikTok is unhinged.
I have not, but I'm gonna have to go look for it.
you have to watch it. It's like, I don't know who the marketing people behind it are, but they're geniuses because it's like it's almost like I don't know if you ever saw the show Super Jail.
No.
But
you should.
But it's like this
Okay.
weird. It's like this weird fever dream, like 3 a.m. like public access kind
There's
of.
$1 million and 2 pounds of mushrooms. Make me a commercial.
Yeah, but like the Nutter Butter TikTok page is out of control. So
I will definitely go find it.
yeah, I stumbled across that randomly the other day, and I've been watching all the videos. And
I don't want to know how that rabbit hole started.
Yeah, it was a downward spiral.
If you were an animal, what kind would you be and why?
A cow. That way someone could eat me.
Really?
Okay.
I don't know. Like,
I don't know. I never thought about that, really.
does it have to be current? Can it be extinct?
It can be extinct. That's fine.
Probably a dinosaur. I feel like being a dinosaur would be pretty badass.
I know, like, you got the little baby ones and you got the T-Rex, which are pretty cool, except they got these little arms. So
Yeah, I don't know. I'd say probably a pterodactyl or a T-Rex.
Nah, you know what would be cool to be?
Something that can scream
A
really well.
freaking horse. Just because you can run and everything and, like, kick people.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'm very basic when I have like one answer. Why would you want to be a horse? So I could kick someone. That's it.
Yeah, we don't really have any really good answers for that one.
That's okay.
What animal would you be?
I would probably be a red panda.
Okay.
All right. Plug your socials. Where can people find you, listen to your music, and all that good stuff?
On Instagram at the Russian White, TikTok, same thing at the Russian White.
Yeah, pretty much any kind of social media at the Russian White, you'll find the band stuff.
The only one that's even a little different is just like our .com. It's just RussianWhite.com. There's no duh.
We really need to get that fixed.
All right.
Yeah, we're super easy to find. We're basically on everything, just about.
All right, cool. Was there anything we haven't touched on that you wanted to talk about?
Mostly for anyone out there right now that's down south and you're in the hurricane area, please be careful.
Yes, please.
Get the hell out of Florida if you can right now.
Yeah, the whole Absolution Fest.
I want people to be safe right now. Like, it feels weird getting ready to be on the road. Like, there's gonna be so many people displaced right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Be safe right now.
Yeah, like I think last time I checked, like Absolution Fest, I think they canceled Thursday, but they're still waiting on like Friday and Saturday.
I believe that was the last update. Yeah.
Which seems insane to me that they just didn't reschedule the whole thing. But I mean, I get it too. I know how event planning works and how far out work, but.
I mean, they could try to do that, but like half the bands would probably already be booked for the whatever day they decide to move it to, and yeah.
But
it's gonna be rough.
I mean, other than that, the music videos.
Oh yeah, we got only 2 out right now, right?
2 out. The other one comes out tomorrow.
Yeah, we've got 3. It'll be 3 total videos. They go in order. They tell a little story. It starts with funeral art. Then it goes into We Disappear, and then ends with Milo.
Sweet. Yeah, that one comes out on postpunk.com tomorrow.
Nice.
Milo's a departure from the first. Like, that's what I loved about the progression of this was the first 2 definitely feel away and sound away, and then Milo's like, you'll see.
Yeah, it's off the rails. But yeah, we teamed up with a director, Jeremy Summerall. He was like very well known in like the indie horror kind of scene, and
dude's got some crazy ideas. He's funny.
Yeah, but he flew up from Texas up to Pennsylvania last December, and we spent 4 days filming all the videos together.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah, I think that's most of what we got going on.
Yeah, right. We're just gearing up for the tour. We're playing a lot of dates. So hopefully we get to see some new friends out on the road and some old friends.
Yeah, we meet all kinds of people out on the road. It's crazy. All the different types of people.
Mhm.
I love it and hate it. Sometimes it's great. Sometimes it's like, yeah, let's just keep driving for a little bit.
Yeah, sometimes the drives get a little crazy, but like I said, Zach from Comrades, I mean, he does a great job booking. I think we started planning this tour like 10 months ago.
Mhm.
And, obviously we're going out with our label mates, Solemn Shapes. And Scott and Melanie, they're super rad people. They were on part of our tour last year. And so, like, when we had the opportunity to get signed to the same label, it just made sense. Like, hey, let's try to do a run together. So
Sounds like same day, right?
pretty well
Pretty
within.
close.
Yeah, I think we were signed within like a week of each other.
Nice.
They're cool people. I'm excited to hang out with them.
All right, I'm gonna take a quick second. Say on Thursday, I'm gonna have Chicago rock band You Died on here. That should be a lot of fun. But do you guys have any message you want to say to anyone who watches this?
Check us out at our socials. Anything at therussianwhite.com. Oh, see,
No.
I always add that.
Yeah.
At the Russian White. I'm old, man. I'm so used to .comming everything. But yeah, just check us out on socials. Hit us up. Come out to a show. Don't be afraid. He doesn't bite.
Yeah, I mean, we always have a lot of fun at the shows. We always joke around with people and tell them that it's going to be an absolutely terrible time. But yeah, I mean, we've met some, great friends over the years, just touring.
We've met some batshit crazy stalker motherfuckers that we had to get taken out.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it gets weird. And we, the full gamut. I mean, great experiences, bad experiences. Like we played in Palm Springs, California, and that was insane.
That was.
We had a really bad time in LA. So.
Oh, jeez.
So I think we played to 8 people on a Sunday night in Phoenix. So one time, it just it varies.
But then the night were packed and people were talking to you the whole freaking night and buying you food and drinks and wanting you to hang out till like 3 a.m. It was like, God damn it, we gotta go.
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple times like we're just like we wish we could stay for days and hang out in certain cities, but we have sometimes 8, 9, 10-hour drives ahead of us.
Yeah.
Get to the next state and. But it's been cool because I mean we've been doing it now for touring almost for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So like we've developed this cool like little weird road family. A bunch of like weirdos, but it's always great like when we get to run into them again, like like every like couple months or 6 months, like when we come back around and we see some of the same people that we've met before and we've made some really good friends that way, and a lot of crazy experiences, So, how many pairs of shoes are you on now? Mike has this thing of losing his shoes on tour.
Oh, jeez.
And that's happened like multiple times. Like we've had to get friends to like ship his shoes back to us.
I cannot lose this pair. I just bought a new pair. I can't lose another one. This will be like number 4 or 5.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on, fellas.
Well, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Oh, Joseph over in the comments says, "I'll buy you shoes."
If I end up losing my shoes, I'll find a way to reach out to you guys because I'll be pissed. And always Vans. It's always my black Vans.
We have Venmo, we have PayPal, we have Cash App. Help Mike out, get the boy some shoes.
All right. Thank you again. I hope you guys have a good night.
All right, man. You too. Thank you.
Thank you.